Yesterday Microsoft and today Google submitted an update to their search engines, systems and browsers using artificial intelligence. Let's find out what it is, how it works, where does the GPT chat, and what will it get by total user as well as on our eyes. Right now there's a revolution going on of all internet searches as a whole. Let's start with Bill Gates' Microsoft. Yesterday they introduced an updated search engine, Bing knew, which was used in Edge browser and before that on the Internet Explorer. It's funny, maybe one of you remembers these memes about the fastest the world's browser is naturally in quotation marks, and the fact that Mike's browser is simple installer for other browsers. For example, so yesterday is the same. The company decided to completely change game rules. Now the browser will slender artificial intelligence. What has changed? And Kim will be surfing on the internet now. Let's get started. Let's figure out what happened before the structure. Search has not changed for more than 20 years in a row. A large number of links, among which very inconvenient to navigate, says Microsoft. 40%. Users clicked the link and immediately went back. Actually, here I am forced to agree, because very often there were situations when you press to the site which is straight, well, very slowly starts to load, and you don't want to wasting my time just walking out of there and click on the following link. Will now become a search engine in the browser. Artificial intelligence will be embedded, which is an improved version of ChatGPT. Needless to say that the model was already very smart, scared herself. Imagine how much better model and what will happen with its development in the future. For those who do not understand, here GPT Microsoft has invested more than $10 billion development and will now use it. Discretion. What their search engine can do now. Firstly, it understands requests up to 1,000 characters. He can communicate in 100 languages. Does not require additional installations. Just having the Edge browser is enough. I remind you that it automatically installed during Windows installation. It will also be possible to edit the code directly in Edge browser, and another very important feature which they added, he will help fight shooting to school. This is a very serious problem for America, and not only, as Microsoft claims, will output requests to the side potentially related to shooting in schools. Well, we figured out what he's on capable. Now let's turn to that. What will be the search on the internet by? At least that's how Microsoft sees it. No more inquiries and searches. Links. New Bing makes meaningful instructions. Let's say you ask him tips for travelers to Argentina. Instead of reading the forums, search engine puts you meaningful instruction from the information that he will find himself for a vacation. Will collect all the necessary bathroom, travel itinerary information with hotels, cost of living, meal fare, and all. Other pitfalls are also new. Bing can create a meal plan for families of any number of people, let's say using vegetarian dishes, or for people who do not like peanuts or broccoli or something else. There will be no links now in the usual form. At first, the company still plans leave the usual links to the answers, artificial intelligence, but abandon them completely. What else can he do? Let's say you reach 20-page PDF file. The most important information. New Bing does it in just a couple of seconds. Microsoft plans to add Bing as a personal assistant so that he installed by default at startup. Windows is actually enough. A large number of functions that will work right at the start. Also, Microsoft shared how they plan commercialize ChatGPT. Microsoft will allow other organizations. Neurons will create their own chatbots near the school, government institutions, and commercial. Microsoft wants to become. She is a market guide to the world of neuroscience. Help other companies launch their chatbots that will facilitate commercial activities. Banal example of chatbots. Simplify the work of the chat operator. Support for this. The company will continue strengthen technology so that it gives out The most up-to-date data will refer to sources and proofs. What the current part can't do. In general, also the company wants to allow organizations can brand, customize welcome messages, add your logos. OpenAI and Microsoft imagine Badu chat in schools, cafes, and banks and bookstores, cinemas, in the editorial offices of the media application to delivery and absolutely anywhere else. If Microsoft's plan will indeed succeed and Nissan license it, development, then intend chatbots will become as familiar as now Word, Excel, and most importantly, the search engine can start using now. Just turn on the US VPN and get up in. Google's turn today also showed their model updated search engine spoiled the race with Microsoft. They obviously, while they're losing, so what happened? Added the first is a pumped Google Maps. Now you can search for cameras, places of interest to you, clothes, or establishments. Next is AI assistant Barty will help you plan, travel, or choose a car by given characteristics. Is important chatbot. Bart will not be built into this browser. Be probation like ChatGPT. Now you can go to a certain site and ask him a specific question. Search will be embedded. Nora is a compilation algorithms that can give different point of view on the same issue. You won't believe it, but that's all they are. Showed. I think it's obvious that now Microsoft go head and shoulders above theirs competitors from Google in terms of what he showed. Google absolutely nothing is surprising since most functions we have already seen somewhere. For example, photo search was Google, but for some reason they decided to show this feature as new. Plan trips, choose cars, getting different opinions on the same question can be done in an hour GPT. Therefore, the meaning from the Google presentation, absolutely not much anyway. Google is now in the position of catching up and will actively observe the experience, use, and development of GPT is worth. Say that Google Rumia announced their presentation 3 more February, but Microsoft showed up and took the entire info field to yourself by simply swiping presentation 1 day earlier than Google had no competitors. Options cancels the presentation and I had to show what I am. I understand they plan to show just minor updates and as an artificial intelligence will change them in the future. In this resulted in two most opposite in their essence of the Google presentation. Also hit scandal associated with an error in advertising. Tweet artificial intelligence barred. It became one of the most discussed topics on Twitter, and as a result, the market reacted with a fall and Google shares fell sharply by 6%. It will be interesting to see how the situation will develop further, but even now what Microsoft has done strikes. In the end we win. Ordinary users with you. Why am I like this? Believe because Google is now operating monopoly among search engines. Need to overtake him. Really come up with something new. Innovative is a new neural network. Microsoft was the first company to understand it and now will use them on maximum, taking away from Google more and more a large part of the market and entering more and more interesting and useful features for users so that they go to them. That's all for now. We'll all wait for further developments and observe how we'll go on. This is a neuro race. See also, if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. See you.